I do think, Paul, we have some requests for Builders FirstSource. The ticker symbol is BLDR. BLDR. This is Builders FirstSource. This is a millwork company. It's a Fortune 500 company that's a manufacturer and supplier of building materials, which is very hot right now, Paul. It's headquartered in Dallas, founded in 1998. They have 15,000 people working for them, and they do prefab components and value-added services in the U.S. Builders FirstSource.
I still don't know what they do.
I think this is a building material holdings corporation.
Okay. $5 billion market cap. $8.5 billion in revenue. PE of 15, check. Profit margin of 3.6x. 5-year free cash flow of $200 million. Last year, only 150. However, last year, I would expect that because of a shutdown, that their free cash flow would have dropped because people weren't allowed on site for 3 or 4 months, et cetera. So 5-year return on invested capital is kind of low, 6.1%. So I don't like that. We should have over 10% unless you can get a massive discount in the company. That's where you look at to say kind of what kind of discount you want. Because the market, I believe, I'm doing more research on this, guys. I believe the market does about 10% because over long periods of time, the return on invested capital is what the market's going to do. So if you pay fair price. So 10% on the market, this one's at 6.1, which means they invest their capital basically and get a 6.1% return on their money. Whatever.
Paul, let's look at the revenue growth over the past 5 years.
Okay, revenue growth over the past 5 years. 6.37, 8.56. Check mark there. Profit growth, 144 to 313. Now this is weird. So I talked about the free cash flow being down because of COVID, but their profit was up during COVID. So already I look at going, okay, well, what's the reason? That's weird. That's interesting. Oh my God, look at this company. 2011, it did $780 million in revenue. It's 10 times bigger.
So let's do a shares outstanding, Paul.
This is an X, 111 to 116. So it's about 5% more, a little less than 5% more. Not a big deal, but it's still more. And they've been consistently increasing the number of shares outstanding over time.
That's so funny. Current assets over current liabilities. You just stuck your hand down the middle of your pants.
I did. Wasn't that pretty good? $2 billion in current assets, $1 billion in current liabilities. Check mark there.
Check for current assets. Okay, you mentioned free cash flow. Remind us of what they had.
So free cash flow, if you guys remember, is cash from operations less capital expenditures. The software, I added it in here to give you the actual line of free cash flow with the 5-year average of $200 million. It went from 165 down to 148, so that's an X. But I'd want to understand why they had a big change in free cash flow last year with a record earnings year. I don't know why that is. Either way.
Got you stumped a little bit?
Yeah, now I'm still going to take the average of $200 million.
Okay, 200
times,
million.
They're still growing, so call it 20. $4 billion company. And they're what, a $5 billion company?
Yeah, the actual market cap is $5 billion.
We're not far off. We just got to drop 20% to be maybe reasonably worth it. But the one thing I want to know is, why did this free cash flow drop? And is it going to rebound? What's going to happen, et cetera?
So it was at this target price about just in November, October, end of October, beginning of November, it was around $32. It's now at 43.5. So it just needs to fall a little bit, and it has not been long since it's been there.
And of course, yeah. Look at the our 8 pillars chart, guys. Gives you everything you need to know and the differences. So the X here, Y profit margin 3.7, shares outstanding are up 6.3%. Cash flow is down 17.66 million, and the price of free cash flow is 24.69. And that's why it is not going well. Again, this is a big time book value growth, but we have to see if that's actually my calculations right. I'm pretty sure I just did it correctly. Let's see where the balance, because Warren Buffett likes book value growth.
Mo, any news on this stock for trading?
Yeah, I like this because I like it because for teaching purposes, and then I'll show you what to do with it. So I always say I want you guys to know your charts, and this is why I like people picking 5 to 10 stocks and just sticking with them. We can see that so on my charts, and this is why I like to use this on this show, every time it turns red, you can tell this is when the stochastic turns into a downtrend. And that means that your red line down here is crossing through yellow at some point. And you can see how short of a time frame that it changes to red. So again, today it changed to red, but to me, I look at this saying, over the past year and a half, every time it changes to red and goes into a negative trend, it only lasts for 10 days or so. So it's setting up for a nice short right now. And let me zoom in just to show you. we are going into the sweet spot in the negative direction, obviously. We have nice engulfing candlesticks coming down like this. But this is one where I'm not going to short it because I just know that the likelihood of it staying a short or giving me a lot of profits on it, it's not going to work. Could it work? Of course. But this is just like knowing your stock and move on to the next one and go find a better short that is going to actually be worth the squeeze.
Thanks so much for watching the video. We hope you were intrigued. If this style of investing speaks to you, click the link below to join our Patreon. As a patron, you get access to a wonderful community of like-minded investors where you can chat, connect, ask questions, and share ideas with badasses like you all over the world. The best part is you get the amazing Everything Money software. This is revolutionary, unlike any YouTube page. You can track your investments, look at stocks, and quickly run our 8-pillar analysis on any company you like. The top tier patrons get direct access to Paul and Trader Mo. You'll see their daily trades, their updated portfolios, and every options contract they write on a daily basis. We provide Patreon exclusive videos just for you, including live streams and exclusive content from our team. Our bottom patron tiers fill fast, so join today. But hey, if you don't believe me, look at all of our patrons' amazing success stories. In comparison to other financial platforms, our software is by far the best value. This is your chance to get serious about investing. If you're finally ready to level up your investing game, join our Patreon and let's start kicking ass together.